Now, this video is not a political video. I don't give a fuck about politics. I don't pay attention to it really. But until Andrew Yang. So, Andrew Yang is someone who I've been paying attention to recently because of his idea. His idea to give $1,000 to all U.S. citizens. A lot of people hear that idea and they say it's delusional. A lot of people listen to that idea and they say, oh, you're just going to make people more lazy, and oh, it's just this, that, and the third. And, you know, there's a lot of people be like, oh, where's the money coming from? Oh, my God. And, you know, how was that? I don't know. My opinion is it's much deeper than politics, is much deeper than Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang is an amazing man. If he becomes president, that's awesome. If not, that's okay. I just really want this idea to be out there. The idea to give everyone $1,000 a month. And here's why. Because I think humans are made for so much more than just work. Andrew Yang can see where the world's going. He might be inaccurate on the timing, but he's 100% accurate on what's actually going to happen. And that robots are going to take all of your jobs. All of your jobs. Robots are going to take them all. Then what? Right? What do humans do when robots end up taking everyone's job? What do humans do? Humans will end up being more artistic, more spiritual, more creative, more themselves. They get to become themselves, be themselves, figure out why they're here on Earth. Because I don't think anyone's here to work at a factory. I don't think anyone's here to be a cashier at a store. I think we're much bigger than that. And yeah, there's always going to be those people that if you give $1,000 a month to, that they're still going to end up with nothing at the end of the month. Right? That's irrelevant. You need to worry about yourself, don't worry about others, right? I mean, worry about others, but like, what I mean is, it's like, mind your fucking business. It's not your business what people do with the money. It's just the fact that humans should be able to have that leeway, because I think it's very caveman-like. You know how we're Homo sapiens? Well, in the future, Homo sapiens will be replaced by another humanoid species, similar, but they're going to be our great-great-great-great-great-grandchildren, but like, it's still going to be us, but we're just going to be a more evolved species. And I think those more evolved human beings are going to look back at us and think that we were so primitive. You know how like we look back at the Neanderthals, right? We look back at the cavemen and we're like, well, what the fuck were the cavemen doing compared to what we're doing, right? We done built this whole fucking thing. We done built streets, cities, cars, roads, houses, like technology. You know, like compared to what the cavemen did, the Neanderthals did, like if you compare the Neanderthals to us, it's like non-comparable because they did nothing compared to what we have done. But my theory is that when we look back, when the humans of the future look back on us, they're going to think the same thing. They're going to say, oh, they did nothing compared to what we were doing. They're going to think that, you know, working for the bills, working to put food on the table, going to your job so you could pay for your rent, they're going to think that was all fucking primitive as fuck. They're going to think it was so primitive of those human beings to sit there and just work for money, to sit there and just work to pay for food. Like, they're going to think, oh my God, those humans had to think about, you know, where their next meal came from. It's just going to be awkward and weird and primitive to them because they're not going to have to do that. They're going to be able to print food with the 3D printers, which eventually 3D printers will be printing with atoms. And once they're printing with atoms, then shit changes. And what I'm saying here, shit is about to change, and this is why, like, this is why this is not a political video. This has nothing really to do with Andrew Yang, besides he's the only, I guess he's not even really a politician, but he's the only politician that I've ever heard actually thinking about the future and actually caring about the people. You know, Bernie Sanders is talking about how he wants to eliminate college debt. It's like, so you want to help the better off of society. The people who could even go to college. Like, I know many people that want to go to college that can't go to college. I know many people that can't get a grant, can't get a college grant, can't get this, can't get that. I know many people where the whole entire family has, no one in their family has ever went to college, right? I know many people like that. So it's like, I only know one person. No, I know two people. My entire life, I know two people that have college debt. So they want to help them, and these two people are pretty well off when it comes to money. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not rich, but they're middle class, and that's my issue. Is they want to help the middle class, the higher class. They want to lower the taxes for the rich. They want to help, you know, pay off the debt of the people who went to college. It's like. But when somebody mentions, like Andrew Yang, when he mentions how he wants to give everyone $1,000 a month, everyone bugs out about it. And it's fucking weird to me. It just shows how primitive most of society is. We are so primitive. We do not understand where the world is going. Most people don't see. Most people cannot see. VR, AR, AI. It's going to change everything. The AI, how there's a different type of AI now. AI that's kind of like, you know, the AI that Sophia is, basically. She's a different type of AI than the AI that we're used to. She learns kind of like a baby. And that's what's going to happen. I think that technology is going to be so crazy. I think that humans need to be focused on interdimensional travel, traveling the universe. I think you personally need to travel the universe. I think we all need to, you know, do more research on science, do more research in like psychedelic science, psychedelic philosophy, and spirituality. I think we need to bridge the two. I think we need to get rid of religion. I think we need to understand what's actually going on, because when we understand what actually is going on, religion is not needed anymore. When the truth is out there, there is no need for faith. And I think this is the world we're headed towards, but everyone's scared of it, right? It's like our government's scared to release the information of the alien spacecrafts and how, you know, the Roswell crash and all this other shit, how it's all legit, it's all real. Area 51, all this shit. I don't know if they're hiding actual aliens there, but alien spacecrafts, yes. New technologies, you know, like anti-gravity, all these other things that could literally kill the oil, right? If anti-gravity gets out to the world, if that technology gets out to the world, the oil industry is dead, and the people who own oil are broke. So the people who own oil are guaranteed, like, you know how they say the world is ran by 13 families? Well, if you break it down, like, to the oil, the family that owns the Federal Reserve, like, all this shit, like, if you break it down, it starts to make kind of sense. I mean, I don't necessarily think it's 13 families. It doesn't have to be the number 13. I just think there is a certain amount of families that are extremely wealthy that don't want to lose their wealth, that are holding a lot of shit back because of that. I mean, look what they just did to 5G. You know, America banned this company because there was this one company from Asia that was going to push out 5G before any American company. And the first company that pushed out 5G basically makes history and makes the most money. And everyone's worried about making money from this technology. And that's how you can tell we're still primitive. We are like Neanderthals fucking with a computer lab. We do not understand what the fuck we're doing. And, you know, when genetic engineering comes, this is what's probably gonna alter our DNA. When we start fucking with our DNA, we start changing the color of our baby's eyes. When we start changing all of this shit, taking out genes that cause diseases, and we start doing all this, we will literally create a new Homo species, you know, no longer Homo erectus, and then we will no longer be Homo sapiens. We will be something much bigger than that, something greater. And I don't know, I guess the whole point of this is like, I think what needs to begin the change is that $1,000 a month. Because that $1,000 a month gives humans time to think. If humans have the ability to think, more technology is created. If more technology is created, more abilities to get what we need to do and become what we need to do happens. If more people have time to think, there will be more than one Elon Musk in the world. Like, all I'm trying to explain here is if everyone had time to think, this world would be beautiful. It would be absolute. We can't imagine where we're going. To Mars, to the moons of Jupiter and Saturn and beyond, right? We can't imagine what's actually going on. How our DNA was altered, how different species came here, just like we're gonna go do to someone else. Eventually our technology is gonna get so good, our rocket ships and space travel will get so good that we'll be able to space travel far enough to another planet that has humanoid beings on it. We're gonna have a machine that alters DNA. If they're like Neanderthals, we're gonna alter their DNA to be a little smarter. Then we're gonna watch them. Then we're gonna observe them, just like they're probably doing with us. It's a complete cycle. And I think what needs to happen to get to that point is humans have to slowly evolve, but to slowly evolve, we have to let go of what we thought we were. We think we're these monkeys in these monkey suits, in these flesh suits, that work jobs, that don't know what's going on, that pray, they use religion because they don't know their true spiritual selves. Like, this is just what's going on. And I feel like in order for us to become what we're meant to be, we have to let go of what we think we are. The only way we do that is let go of old ways. So, peace out, everyone. Y'all are dope.